The easiest way to connect your Ledger Nano X to your Ledger Live mobile platform. I want to start this off with some pro tips that are going to help you later on in this video. The first is, if this is not the first time you're connecting your Nano X to your phone and you're having some challenges connecting it right now, then go ahead and forget it and then repair the devices. The second tip is, I would advise that you go ahead and set up your Ledger Nano X on the Ledger Live desktop platform so that it can be much easier going forward in this video. You're going to see why. So the first thing you'll need to do is definitely download the Ledger Live app from either Google Play Store or the Apple Store. Once you've installed the Ledger Live application, you'll need to open it. It's loading. Welcome to Ledger. We make digital ownership secure and simple. You click on Get Started. Do you own a Ledger? Yes. Yes, we do. And then we're going to set up our ledger. So you click on the Set Up My Ledger option, then Continue. Then you select which ledger device you have. We have the Ledger Nano X, but if you have the S Plus or the S, you go ahead and select that. They'll ask if it's the first time you're using your Nano device. For me personally, it's not my first time. We are going to go ahead and use the Sync Crypto from your desktop app option. Why do we do this? Because even though it's possible for you to do it directly from the mobile to the Ledger Nano X to set it up manually, we find that that is a little difficult. Yet there is a simpler option, the syncing from the desktop app. So that's why earlier I was telling you that you need to have your Ledger Live desktop application set up in order to allow this process to be simpler. We shall go ahead and click on Sync Crypto from your desktop app. Once you click on that, it will give you instructions on how to go about syncing the crypto from the desktop. You'll see that if you already have your crypto set up in your Ledger desktop app, you can sync them to manage them from your phone. The first step is on the desktop app, select Settings, and then click Accounts and then Account Export. The next step will be scan the live QR code with your phone and then select the crypto accounts to import. So we're going to get into the Ledger Live desktop application and follow these instructions. When you open your Ledger Live desktop application, the first thing you'll see is your portfolio. We have a video covering the full functionality of the Ledger Live desktop application, which you can check out in the description. But to find the settings option, you come to this settings icon up here, select it, and then you come to accounts. Then from accounts, you come to export accounts. You click on export, a live QR code will appear. So we are going to click on the phone, the option that says I'm ready to scan. Then it tells us your desktop and mobile apps must be synced manually. Basically what this means is that every change you make on the desktop app, for example, if you add a new account, then you're going to need to do that manually on your mobile application. That means this process of scanning the QR code, it's not a one-time thing if you're going to be using your mobile device. You need to do that every time you update your desktop app. So that's one thing to keep in mind as well. So you're supposed to scan until the loader hits 100. Okay, so we finally completed that process. It took a little longer than I expected it to for the loader to hit 100%, but I feel like it was more about how blurry my camera kept getting. When things got a little more clear, the loader sped up and finished much faster. So now you can see the accounts you have on your Ledger Live platform. You can choose which accounts you want to import onto your Ledger Live mobile. I'm going to import all of them from the Ledger Live desktop platform to my Ledger Live mobile. So click import. Now, as you can see, all my accounts that have been on my Ledger Live desktop platform have been synced onto my mobile platform. And if you want to see all of them, you click on See all your accounts will show up. In case you want to add some assets as well, you can click on the plus button and then you can choose to use your ledger to do that, or you can import from the desktop, go through this process again using the QR code. Now that process was connecting the Ledger Live desktop to the Ledger Live mobile. Now we are going to go ahead and connect the Ledger Nano X to the mobile platform as well. So click on Ledger in the bottom right corner. Once you click on that, you need to turn on your Bluetooth, definitely on the device you're using. And then you'll also need to turn on your Ledger Nano X. To ensure that your Bluetooth is on, go ahead and access the control center. How you do that is you hold both buttons simultaneously and it will take you to a menu that shows different options. It shows settings, lock device, battery, also shows the Bluetooth option. And on ours, it's enabled. But if it's disabled, you can go ahead and enable it. There are two ways you can connect your Ledger Nano X to your Ledger Live mobile. One is via Bluetooth, which is a feature that is unique to the Ledger Nano X. It's not a common feature among hardware wallets. And the second is by using a USB cable. So plug your cable and enter your PIN code on your device. So we're going to use Bluetooth because it's available to us and it's simpler. So pair with Bluetooth, give access to the Ledger Live, allow only when using the app. Our device has been found one time, but if your device doesn't show up immediately, then we would recommend rebooting the Ledger Nano X itself. And if that fails, then go ahead and uninstall the mobile application and reinstall it, and then go through this whole process again. Click on that. Boom, device authentication check happening. It's saying I allow Ledger Manager on the device itself. Boom, and pairing successful. So you will need to allow the Ledger Manager on your Ledger Nano X. Your Ledger Nano X is ready to be used with Ledger Live Mobile. So you click continue. So now my Nano X is connected to my Ledger Live Mobile application. I can see things like the space that I've used so far on the Nano X, the available space I have left. Then I can take a look at the apps that I have on my device as well. I'm able to install applications and accounts onto my Ledger Nano. So it shows me the ones that I already have installed. I have about 7, and you can see them right here. But also I have other options that I haven't installed yet. As I showed you in the video that is linked in the description from the Ledger Live desktop application. That is basically the video on how you can connect your Ledger Nano X to your Ledger Live Mobile. If you want to learn how to use the Ledger Live Mobile application, all the functionalities it has, go ahead and click this video that is on the screen right now, as we are going to be going through it. Until next time.